I'm not one to deal much with framing. I don't ever build trusses or anything. But I'll give this a go. We're just going to draw some walls. We'll build a second floor. And I'm going to make this 36 inches. I don't know what yours is, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to uncheck flat ceiling and say OK. I'm going to select these two walls and I'm going to make them gable. And then I'm going to open the build roof dialog and I'm going to make some changes. I'm going to set this to 6, which is going to be my ceiling pitch. Not the roof pitch, but the ceiling pitch. I'm going to go to structure and edit this. I'm going to make this 3.5. You probably would want to change some of these things down here too. Let's see, go back to roof. I'm not checking ignore top. We don't need to do that. Everything else is, I think, the same. I'm going to check truss is no bird's mouth. Say OK. I'm going to draw ceiling plane. Select it and reflect about there, and then we'll join them up. And take a cross section through here. And so there's our 3-foot walls, there's our ceiling planes. Now I go back over here to build roof. I'm going to change this to 9, which is going to be our roof pitch. And I'm going to say build roof planes. And so now there's our roof. So back over here in plan, I'll see if I can find trusses. Roof truss. Draw a truss across here. We'll say yes to that. Come back to our cross section. Come down here to framing. Find trusses. Say OK. And there's your truss. So go back over here. Let's build framing. No. Let's take a framing overview. One thing I like to do on these, especially for other people, is to go to vector view or one of the other vector type views. And that way we can, it's got lines on the edges so everything shows up. So that's one way of getting your truss to land on the top of the wall. The bottom of the truss is controlled by the ceiling plane. So you might want to take a cross section like this and see where your ceiling plane is. If you lower the ceiling plane, then the bottom chord of the truss will follow it if you rebuild that truss.